This is a video response to Johnnysmooth's top 10 horror films. And I don't do enough video responses. I need to be more involved in the community. Blah, 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 blah. So we got number 10, Diary of the Dead. This was the newest one of George Romero's zombie horror films. I like this film a lot. I went and saw it in the theater. They didn't really show it in many theaters, but it was great. There was a lot of cool things about it. It was similar to his Dawn of the Dead, where it was kind of a take on, a social commentary. So it was good. Go see it. It's more about like how we interact with our media nowadays. Number 9, Delicatessen. Most people in America have not seen this film, and that's kind of a shame. It's an old film from 1991, 1992. It's a French film, and it has a little bit of a comedic take on it, but it's basically about the world after nuclear annihilation, and crops can't grow anywhere, so there's hardly any food, and basically this guy owns a delicatessen. He hires someone to come and work for him, and then they work for him a couple weeks, and then he just kills them. And then he chops them up and serves them to the rest of the people in the building. And so they're all kind of cannibals, and it's a funny film. It's a little scary, but I mean, I definitely say it's one of those films that's more comedic than horror, but it's good. If you haven't seen it, go see it. Number 8, 28 Days Later. I'm big on zombie films. I love zombie films, and this one was great. The cinematography in this film was awesome. The acting was really good. I thought it was altogether a good take on the zombie movie. Number 7, In the Mouth of Madness. This movie scared the crap out of me when I first saw it, because it's one of those movies that's more psychological than it is, dead bodies flying everywhere. And it was basically about if so many people read this horror book, like it would get into the consciousness of the world and basically change the world to become like the horror book. It was good. It was kind of like a horror book about like kind of like a H.P. Lovecraft style, where there's lots of slimy monsters with lots of tentacles and stuff. It's good. If you haven't seen it, go see it. It's got Sam Neill. As soon as I watched this film with this woman, and as soon as we got to the end of it, we like looked at each other and we're like, okay, we gotta watch that again. We rewound it and watched the movie right away again. It's one of the few films I've ever done this with. It was good. Not as many people liked it as I do, but it's good. Number 6, The Thing. John Carpenter's The Thing. That's a classic horror film. Everybody knows about The Thing. If you haven't seen it, what's wrong with you? Go see it. Number 5, Nightmare on Elm Street. I loved the Nightmare on Elm Street series. They got a little hokey near the end, but the first one was really good. It was really scary. It made me not want to go to sleep. Number 4, Dawn of the Dead. And you could say either the new one or the old one. I liked them both. I thought they were very similar. I mean, it's the same movie, basically, just a remake. But they both did a great job on talking about the consumerism in our culture, along with having lots of really gory zombie stuff. So that was cool. Number 3, Alien. Alien is a classic film. If you haven't seen Alien, what is wrong with you? That's like saying that you haven't seen The Thing. It's like, oh, these movies are so good. Number 2, The Shining. The Shining was one of my favorite books when I read it for Stephen King. And I'm a big Stanley Kubrick fan, so this had to be up there. But it couldn't beat out number 1, which is Evil Dead 2. I like movies that are like slightly comedic in their horror films. I mean, I'm one of the few people who actually said I liked Jason X. Oh, Jason X. It was a bad film, but, I mean, it was funny. And I like that in my horror films. And Evil Dead 2, like, scares the crap out of you at the same time as making you laugh so hard you, like, wet yourself. This movie is awesome. The Necronomicon, the part where she's out like, I'll swallow your soul. I mean, it's like I watched this movie so many times, I stopped being scared of it, and I just started laughing my freaking butt off. It is so good. This movie is great. It made Sam Raimi's career. He can basically do whatever he wants now. He's making Spider-Man up the yin-yang. So, thanks for watching.